There's a lot of people that think that they have anxiety and depression. They think that if they just get sad for one day or by a specific situation that they have depression, but that's not actually how it works. Anxiety and depression are both mental illnesses that you can't self-diagnose. These are illnesses that you would need to seek a professional about so you can get properly diagnosed and treated. Knowing when someone has anxiety or is depressed can help you to know how to handle them more properly. A lot of people do suffer from anxiety and depression and never tell anyone. Many of you may know someone who is suffering from these illnesses, and you may not even know because they don't want you to. The first thing to know about anxiety is how this affects the person, what their symptoms are, or how they're acting. Um, According to WebMD, the symptoms are constant worry or fear, problem sleeping, sweaty or cold hands, shortness of breath, trying to stay calm and still, nausea or dizziness. And there's also different types of anxiety. There's not just one specific type. The first one is panic disorders. This is a condition that involves sudden feelings of fear that happen repeatedly with no warning at all. So it just stumbles upon the person. And the way to know if someone is having a panic or has panic disorders is sweating, chest pain, palpitations, choking feeling. It's said that it almost feels like they're having a heart attack. So, yeah. The next one would be social anxiety disorder or social phobia. This involves overwhelming worry and self-consciousness about everyday situations. So this is caused from the fear of being judged by others, or also acting, or a fear of like acting in a certain way that would embarrass themselves because someone's going to judge them. So they are afraid to just be themselves. The third one is specific phobias. These are conditions caused by fears of a specific object or situation. So heights, flying, stuff like that, just things that most people are afraid of. This may cause one to avoid everyday situations, and this may also cause a person to over-exaggerate the situation that they're in. Like if they're walking up the side of a hill or something and they look down, it just kind of makes them more afraid than other people would be. And the last one is generalized anxiety disorder. This is excessive or unrealistic worry or tension, and this will even occur if there is little or nothing to worry about, so they're just constantly worrying. The symptoms, according to Mayo Clinic, are worrying and obsession about large and small concerns that are out of the proportion to the event, inability to set aside or let go of the worry, inability to relax, they have restlessness, feeling on edge all the time, difficulty concentrating or their mind goes blank all the time, worrying about excessively worrying, distressed about making decisions for the fear of making the wrong decision, difficulty handling uncertainty, or they have indecisiveness. And now that we know exactly what anxiety is, we can now discuss what depression is. Depression and anxiety kind of intertwine. More than half of people that have anxiety also have depression, and they have a lot of the same symptoms. So depression is an everyday thing, as told by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. It's not just being sad on some days when something happens. It's an everyday thing, like day after day after day, just moping around. If the depression state lasts longer than 2 weeks, then it's most likely major depression. Major depression may occur once or twice in a lifetime, or it may also just keep reoccurring. It really just depends on the person. Major depression also interferes with daily things such as taking care of the family, spending time with family and friends, or even just going to work and school. It's the little things, even like taking care of themselves, it's really hard for them to do. If the depression lasts 2 weeks or less, then it's persistent depressive disorder, also known as dysthymia. This is a less severe condition than major depression, and this may occur on and off for 2 years, so it might just randomly happen to them. Symptoms are poor appetite, overeating, low energy, oversleeping or not sleeping at all, and it's caused by stress, irritability, and little pleasure, and it causes little pleasure in wanting to do anything. The third type of depression is bipolar disorder. The condition is characterized by a mood cycle that shifts from severe highs known as maniac to severe lows known as depression. The maniac phase, things that this would include would be when they experience abnormal excessive elation, irritability, decreased need for sleep, increased talking, racing thoughts, increased sexual desire, increased energy, poor judgment. There's a lot of conditions with bipolar. And then the depressive phase would just be the same symptoms that a major depression person would have. Both anxiety and depression are treatable with prescription drugs. Professionals will also recommend those who have these illnesses should seek to talk to a therapist as well as a psychiatrist. So if you do know someone with these conditions, you should always be patient with them because they are having to deal with a really hard situation. And there are plenty of resources to help those suffering from mental illnesses, such as hospitals, groups, professionals, and just stuff like that.